The CDC said not to go out unless you've bowed down to Big Pharma and the new abnormal. However, we believe in freedom, and as free men and women we will not be restricted by tyranny.
If you guys ever come to Washington, definitely drop by this place. This is a tyranny-free zone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rebellious Voices. Hernandez. Hopefully everyone is doing great, living life the best that they can, doing what needs to be done, and hopefully in these times of tyranny, mandates, and stupid laws, doing something to improve yourself, like learning something new, thinking about different ways to make money, crypto, whatever, thinking outside of the box, thinking about how you can make a livelihood for yourself if things change. Because many of us, we're in the same boat. If we don't fold to Big Pharma and the governments, we lose our livelihood, we lose our job. It's either that or you seek an exemption. And there's quite a bit of information on exemption examples and different things. So if you're going through the same situation, I encourage you not to give up. We shouldn't be in fear. We shouldn't be afraid. Have some faith, and have some faith in yourself as well. Think positive that things will be okay. You know, all those times in life that we thought the sun wouldn't rise in the morning, and guess what? The sun rose, and the world and its ways continued. And we woke up and did it all over again, ladies and gentlemen. You know, at one point, I remember things changing, like maybe about 5 years ago in my own job. And these suckers cut back on how much money we could make and how many hours we could put in. Well, I said, hell with this. These guys ain't gonna control what I do. They aren't gonna control my possibilities. So I started to do some handyman work for people that I knew, friends, family. And then word of mouth started getting out, and I started doing it for other people. And I've had a few clients that have reached out for 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row, or every so often, sporadically, that they call me that they need some help. And that's basically what I wanted to do initially, you know? I was always the person that wanted to help people, and that's how it all started. You know, some of these people, they need help, and they can't do things themselves or for themselves. Some of my biggest clients have been people that have been 50, 60, you know, that can no longer do the things they used to do because years have flown by, passed by, and they now have limitations or no longer have a spouse or whatnot. Not only do I help them out with something that they can't do, they're also very happy in the end when the project is complete and they don't have to worry about that anymore. And they don't have to break the bank for the professionals, the so-called professionals. Yep, that's what it is, man. There's sun for everybody. The sun shines for everybody. You know, those big guys might get mad. Some do get mad that little guys like me are doing things that are actually too small for them. Well, if no one's gonna do the work, well, then who the hell's gonna get it done? That's where I step in, though many don't understand. Well, in the same way, if you're a person that likes to help out, let's say like a nurse or something, you wouldn't imagine. I've had so many jobs throughout my life or short life, and I have seen that people need the help. You know, when I used to be in the field of aging and long term, it was like case management or social work. There was so many people out there that couldn't do anything for themselves or needed the help doing things for themselves. Activities of daily living. You know, I see all these nurses and all these people in the healthcare industry. Some are worried. I hear from legal counsel that people call crying, saying, what the heck am I gonna do? I've never done anything else. They might not be in nursing, they might be in something different, but just like the nurses, you can fit somewhere else. You are a valuable human being. It's just a time of change, a time to adapt. You have to be elastic. You have to be able to change, but through it all, with a smile, with hope, with positivity. Hone in on a certain skill that you already have. The possibilities are limitless, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what a worse time for them to do this. When you go any place and people tell you, sorry for the wait. Nobody wants to work. So there's all these positions open just about everywhere. Don't you worry. Stand strong. That's all you have to do. And push back. Say, nope, not doing it. Nope, big pharma, governor, tyrant. Nope, your employer. Nope. And we'll see who runs their companies, runs their non-profits. Shoot, you could be offering some of those services yourself. Though I do understand that there's licensure issues. You know, that you're licensed to the public health department or whatever. Well, do what they do in court. Do what people do in the real world. They just mess with the language and then it's called something else. It's like those hairstylists in Canada and other places of tyranny that they said, all right, you're not gonna let me work if I'm a stylist. But if I call it a studio production business where people are getting a haircut while being recorded, you'll let me do it, right? And they did it, and back to work they went. That's the same thing that you gotta do. You gotta think out of the box. They got a lot of people indoctrinated to think a certain way. But you know what? Be smarter than them. Find them loopholes and use it against them. Do whatever you can. Yes, there might be some sacrifice of benefits of different crap, but in the end it'll be worth it, because guess what? We have fought and won against tyranny and the bull crap. We said no and didn't bow. Also, another thing that I've been thinking about, we all have all these type of wants and not so much needs all the time. You know, if you have something that's keeping you enslaved, cut it off. If you got cable, you didn't even watch it, cut it off. If you have things that you're spending your money and your energy that you don't need, cut them off. Go back to basics. Because if you got one less worry to worry about, the better you will be off. And do anything you can to invest what you have. Find an area or something that people will buy, whether it be a service or a product, and do it. Now is the time to start thinking. We have a deadline and we have to start thinking. There's no time for games. It's a tryout. Even if we crash, we'll get back up and fly into the sky. Try one thing, try another. Try it until you hit it. You know, I've seen so many people that do not deserve to be where they are. You know the game they played? It was fake it till you make. And boy, did they fake. I'm sure you know a few. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give you a little bit of hope. There's job boards going up also. So here's some that I've found. No VAX mandate job board. This is on Gab, and anyone is free to join this. And you can look at all the stuff that's posted, and they post quite a bit. There's a website too. It's called novaxmandate.org. And look at that. Quite a bit of jobs have been posted just within the last few days. Give it a look. And if it's something that you could also utilize to find some employees that love freedom, and you're a company that loves freedom, why not do it? Also, the tyranny has created a market that is about freedom. And one of those companies born out of this is Red Balloon. Check this out. Let's hear it straight from them.
The mission of Red Balloon is to connect employers who still love freedom and want employees who love freedom to the millions of Americans now searching for jobs today, where they won't have to look over their shoulders and constantly be worried about being canceled. Think of this as free speech employment matchmaking. Game changer, baby. And boy, do we need it. 80 million Americans say they are switching jobs this year, which is mind-boggling. For perspective, that's like California and Canada combined. A lot of people. So why did we launch Red Balloon? First, I was fortunate enough to run a successful labor market company for 20 years and saw how incredibly important it is for people, companies, and communities to effectively connect around the concept of employment. When companies find good people, and when good people find good work, well, everybody wins and the economy wins. It's really important. Second, because I have hired a lot of people over the years, I have witnessed how important it is to find the right person. And one of the key features of other human beings is that they don't always think exactly the same thoughts in exactly the same way that I do, which is no reason to fire them. I always wanted to provide a job site focused on introducing employers to employees who will be focused on job performance and work and not politics. Third, people and companies are having a hard time finding each other right now. Economy good or economy bad, hiring is always tough. There are over 10 million open jobs today, today, the most in history, people. It's kind of a moment, which means prepare yourself for the understatement of the year that companies are flat out desperate to fill open spots, and they need help finding the right people for their organization. So if you're a company that loves what America has traditionally been for, you know, freedom, and you are struggling to find good people, post some jobs already. Go to redballoon.work. Do it, and you'll be surprised how many people are looking for employers just like you. It will be worth twice my weight in gold, which is kind of a big deal if you connect with a new crop of good talent. And if you're looking to hire good people, but your own HR department has you too jumpy to publicly post here on redballoon.work, well, maybe it's time for you to make a change yourself. Think about it. And if you're one of those 80 million people looking for what's next, and you love the idea of working for a company that values free speech, scroll down and drop in your resume. Come on, America. Stop canceling each other. Let's get to work. Visit redballoon.work. We'd love to have you.
If you also know of any of those lists or a website, go ahead and put it in the comments so people can find it. Keep fighting, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let up.
Do you feel it too? I am only here for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand strong, stand united. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, study, read, and draw your own conclusion. We'll see you next time.